The story begins with David and Diana, a married couple deeply in love and excited about building a future together. They're not rich, they're not powerful, but they have something many people spend their entire lives searching for: each other. David works hard and dreams big. Diana supports him every step of the way. Together they believe they can overcome any obstacle. At least, that's what they think, because life is about to test them in a way neither of them could ever prepare for. Like many young couples, David and Diana want more than just survival. They want success. They invest their savings into ambitious plans, convinced they're only one good opportunity away from a better life. For a while, everything seems possible, but then reality arrives. Financial problems begin piling up. The economy shifts. Investments start failing. Bills keep coming, and suddenly the future they imagined begins slipping away. The pressure becomes overwhelming. Every decision feels heavier. Every setback feels larger. They're still in love, but stress has a way of turning even small problems into major cracks, and those cracks are about to widen. Desperate for a breakthrough, the couple decides to take a gamble. One trip, one chance, one opportunity to turn their luck around. Unfortunately, that decision puts them directly in the path of someone who can change their lives forever. While staying in a luxurious casino environment filled with wealth and excess, David and Diana encounter a man unlike anyone they've ever met. A billionaire, confident, sophisticated, and seemingly capable of getting anything he wants. Unlike most wealthy people, he doesn't need to impress anyone. His power speaks for itself. At first, the interaction appears harmless. Simple conversation, casual introductions, nothing unusual. But there's something unsettling beneath the surface. The billionaire quickly notices Diana, not just her appearance, her personality, her confidence, the way she carries herself. And the more he observes the couple, the more interested he becomes. David sees a successful man. Diana sees someone mysterious. Neither realizes they're being drawn into a situation that will completely reshape their lives. Then comes the moment that changes everything. The billionaire presents an offer so shocking that it immediately leaves both David and Diana speechless. $1 million. Not as a loan, not as an investment, not as a business deal. $1 million in exchange for something far more personal. Suddenly the room feels smaller. The conversation becomes heavier, and what started as an unbelievable proposal quickly transforms into a moral dilemma. At first, the answer seems obvious. Who would even consider such a thing? But when financial desperation enters the picture, certainty starts disappearing. The billionaire remains calm, patient, almost as if he already knows what they're thinking. And the more the couple discusses the proposal, the more complicated everything becomes, because the real question isn't about money. It's about value. How much is trust worth? How much is love worth? And can a relationship survive after putting a price tag on something that was never supposed to be sold? For the first time, David and Diana find themselves standing on opposite sides of the same question. Neither wants to hurt the other. Neither wants to destroy their marriage. Yet both understand how much that money could change their lives. Debt could disappear. Dreams could become reality. The future could finally look bright again. They go back and forth endlessly, trying to rationalize, trying to justify, trying to convince themselves that emotions can be separated from consequences. But deep down, they know something important. Some decisions don't end when they're made. They follow you. They stay with you. And no amount of money can guarantee things will return to normal afterward. Still, the temptation remains. And temptation is a powerful force, especially when it arrives wearing a designer suit and carrying unlimited resources. Eventually, a choice is made. But instead of solving their problems, it creates entirely new ones. At first, everything appears manageable. They try to move forward. They try to convince themselves life can continue exactly as before. Yet something has changed. The connection that once felt effortless now feels fragile. Simple conversations become uncomfortable. Silences grow longer. Questions linger in the air. Neither person wants to admit how deeply they're affected. But emotions don't disappear just because people ignore them. And while David and Diana struggle internally, the billionaire remains nearby, watching, waiting, never forcing anything, yet somehow influencing everything. The presence of wealth creates an invisible pressure that becomes impossible to escape, because now the issue isn't only about what happened, it's about what it means, and meaning is far more difficult to control than money. As time passes, insecurities begin surfacing. David starts questioning things he never questioned before. Diana finds herself caught between conflicting emotions she can't fully explain. Their relationship enters dangerous territory, not because they suddenly stopped loving each other, but because trust has become complicated. The billionaire understands this better than anyone. He knows that money rarely changes people overnight. Instead, it reveals parts of them that were always there: fears, doubts, regrets, desires, and once those emotions reach the surface, putting them back becomes nearly impossible. The couple now faces a challenge far greater than financial hardship. They're fighting for the identity of their relationship itself, and every day that battle becomes more difficult. What began as an unbelievable opportunity has transformed into an emotional minefield. The $1 million solved certain problems, but it also created new ones that no amount of wealth can fix. David and Diana now stand at a crossroads. One path leads toward rebuilding what they've lost. The other threatens to pull them even further apart. Meanwhile, the billionaire remains a powerful force in the background, challenging everything they thought they knew about love, commitment, and sacrifice. And as tensions continue rising, all three lives move toward a confrontation that will force everyone involved to face difficult truths. But whether their relationship survives and whether the price was ever truly worth paying, that's where we'll stop today, because the rest of the story takes things in a completely different direction. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more movie breakdowns. And here's the question. If someone offered you $1 million for a single decision that could change your life forever, would you take it? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next story.